So kind of the flow of what we typically like to do in the big kids is, so they check in and get their sticker. And then a lot of them want to run over to the donuts, everything. It's a big draw, which is fine. So we try to encourage them not to come into the room immediately because we like for them to listen to worship and the music and all those things. So we have these rows over here reserved. And so normally between either the leader or the helper, you can decide who kind of wants to like man the door and then who would like to sit up here with the kids. So it doesn't matter either way who does what. So we like for them to eat all their donuts and their juice, water, whatever they have, because we don't like to bring food back there because unfortunately we have mice and just attracts them. So, so they'll sit out here for the music. If we have a kid or a few kids that can't handle the loud music, we have the headphones, but sometimes even that doesn't work. So they can go back in there. And what we try to do is so that you're not in there by yourself, have somebody else, like you have an extra volunteer or something, then you can do that, like 2 people can go in there and you can stay. I found from personal experience, if you leave the door shut, or mostly shut, then the kids don't want to immediately run in there when they check in. If it's standing wide open, they see all the toys, everything, they're like, boom, I want to go play. So it kind of encourages them more if the door's shut or semi-shut that they might want to come out here and listen to music. So they do that, and then when they get up here to do announcements and stuff, then that's when you see them all get up. And then we have some kids that like to sit with their parents, but they also see the cue of everybody's getting up, going back. So I feel like if they would rather sit with their parents, it's fine, but we also have the kids' designated area for that they could sit with their friends, whatever. So then once you're back in there, so I'll just tell you like typically what I do. You don't have to follow. Not everyone's going to do the same exact thing back there. I normally give them a few minutes of like free time, free play, whatever. And they do that, kind of gets them more calmed down because they might see somebody they didn't even know was here, and then they're all excited. And then that kind of also gives me a few minutes too if I need to get the TV set up or something because it goes off if it's on for so long. Then I'll do that, and then we'll have the story or lesson, however you want to say it. And then that is what is in the curriculum. It'll tell you exactly what to say. It's pretty scripted for you. I like to do a review so our curriculum is based in months. So like kind of has a theme for every month. So I like to do a review of the week before. That way they just kind of, most of the time they'll tie together a little bit. So we'll do the review and then we'll tell the story. And then if you're wanting to do the video option and not read the script, that's fine, and you could just play the video in that time. I think the video that I looked at, it was like 10 minutes, so it's enough. It's long enough that they learn, but it's not so long they get bored. So that works pretty well. So you just review, do the story, and then if you have any activity, anything you want to do, it's normally a good time. And then we always have prayer. Ask the kids that have prayer requests. And then we do, most of the time, like play some more if we have time. So I will tell you one of the harder things back there to judge is your timing, which some weeks you just don't know. So you might be like, oh, I barely got the story done. Or we've been playing for 10 minutes and we're still playing for 10 minutes, but it's okay. And, I mean, most of the time they like to do whatever. You just give them an idea and they'll do it. And then, so it kind of, like if you start hearing music out here, then it can kind of cue you to be like, okay, let's clean up, whatever. So that normally works pretty well. And then you of course have your checkout process there. Well, checkout process is the same in both rooms. Your parents come with their tag, and then we like to take the tags off of their clothing when they check out, because if not, they go through the washer and the dryer, and then they get some clothes destroyed, and that's not good. So we try to remember to take them off whenever they exit